Happy Monday, YouTube. So today I want to talk about TCPA violations. They're serious, scary, and if you don't know what you're doing when you're picking up the phone to either set up appointments or sell insurance, you're going to get in trouble. It's not if you get in trouble, it's a matter of when you get caught. And you know what, guys? I've been talking about TCPA violations, do not call registry violations for years. In fact, that's one of the main reasons why we went and got fully insured by Berkshire Hathaway, our lead generation, because we understand how serious those TCPA fines are. And they can be, from as low as $500 per violation upwards of $15,000. That's per violation. So it's serious. Last week I had a good friend of mine that's in the lead business reach out to me, asking me about what the name of our insurance is and how he can go get it so he can insure his marketing company, because there's so many litigators out there that are looking for an inch to sue you, and they'll do it. If you give them a room for it, they will do it. So let's talk about exactly what is TCPA. TCPA affects every single one of us that picks up the phone to do business with the consumer, period. And it's the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which means that prior to calling somebody to talk to them about burial insurance, you need to have, whether it's a voice signature giving you permission, electronic, or for a lot of you guys that do direct mail, a signature or a piece of mail. Or Facebook, once again, where they would opt in requesting a quote for that particular final expense policy. When you do that, that falls in to the written prior consent under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act that would protect you. So what does that protect you from? So let me give you an example. For example, my phone number is registered on the Do Not Call registry. But as I'm scrolling through Facebook, I see this nice final expense ad, and I put it in my information, and I click to agree to all the terms to be contacted. And from that point forward, if I get a phone call from that particular organization to talk to me about burial insurance, they got 90 days to do so without violating my rights of my phone number being on the Do Not Call registry for 90 days. Now that applies for all leads, not just transfers for TV, radio, direct mail, you name it. The moment in time they opt in, you got 90 days. So that supersedes any national or state registries that has to do with Do Not Call. Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And they did this to reduce the unsolicited phone calls. So that's why it's really important, like I talked to a group today, that yourself, your agents, if they're picking up the phones, ladies and gentlemen, to call leads, it's important that they know the date of origination. If it's direct mail, it's the postage stamp. If it's Facebook, it has the date where they opted in, and it gives you that information. If it's a TV lead, it gives you the time, the exact hour, even down to the second that they opted in. And know that you have 90 days to call those people between the appropriate hours, which is 8 to 9 p.m., to talk to them about final expense. Now, if you wait until after 90 days to make that call, and you don't check that their phone number's on the Do Not Call registry, and that phone number is on the Do Not Call registry, well, at that point in time, that TCPA of 90 days that protected you no longer protects you. And now you can be fined from $500 to upwards of $15,000 per TCPA violation. Not to mention, you'll also take on a secondary violation with the Do Not Call registry if the phone number's on that list as well. And that can be upwards of anywhere from $1,000 to $40,000. So it's serious. Like I told this group today, I said, look, your upline, the fact that they're concerned doesn't alarm me, it doesn't offend me, and you guys should look into this, educate yourself, do the research, because this affects everybody, not just the telephone agents. For example, every single agent that I talk to, if they're a field guy, I always ask them, when you get your leads, do you call to set up appointments? And you'd be amazed how many people, I would say over 80% of agents do that. They call to set up appointments. And I would say very minimum, I was under 5% if that, of people, agents, and look around. If they check, if they're doing it by the books, and very, very few somehow in their mind, I think because they think they're field guys, they're protected under that category. But the moment in time you pick up the phone, you become a telephonic agent. And you got to abide by these guidelines. So TCPA is something to really think about. If you're a group, regardless of the size of your group, we work with Gordon Marketing, man. They're large, and we have a few other guys that we can't disclose. But what we can do is that you can get your legal team on the phone. We'll get them on the phone with our insurance, Berkshire Hathaway, and they can take you step by step on how it is that they've insured X Telecom's lead generation to give you that peace of mind. Our limits are $2 million in damages, but also we have an uncapped defense. So, you know, the lawyer fees are uncapped. And in most cases, most of the money in any fight goes paying lawyers before it gets to trial. So we feel really good about the coverage that's been extended to us. And more than anything, you know, our first year with our policy, we had 8 complaints, 8 litigators trying to muscle us. It never made it past a demand letter, and we won every single one in our favor, in our client's favor, and we haven't even filed a single claim with our insurance company. So that just shows that we've been doing things by the book. But to give you that peace of mind completely, let's get your legal team on the phone, and they can talk to Berkshire Hathaway directly. And I mean, it's Berkshire Hathaway. Come on. If you don't know who they are, well, look them up. So you guys enjoy your Monday, and let's make it happen this week. I know a lot of you guys on my team have a lot